Hi there, it's Chris here with selfmadenewbie.com, and in this video we're going to go through the best shampoos for oily hair currently out there today. Now I've kept this list as comprehensive as possible, narrowing it down to my absolute favorite 5, so no matter what you're looking for, there'll definitely be something on this list for you. So before we jump in, drop a like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be updated with new videos. Alright, as usual, I'm going to skip the fluff and just jump right in. If you want to confirm my recommendations, go in the description there and check out that list to ensure you get the best price. So diving into the glamorous world of oily hair and scalp acne. It's like having a party on your head, but you didn't invite anyone. So first, we're talking about the Neutrogena T-Cell Therapeutic Shampoo. It's like the superhero of shampoos for those of us blessed with the double whammy of greasy roots and zit-prone scalps. The key features: exfoliation extraordinaire, armed with 2% salicylic acid. It's not just cleaning your hair, it's taking a microscopic broom to your scalp. Wallet-friendly wonder, this shampoo is the least expensive on the list as well. It's like finding a luxury spa treatment in the bargain bin. And a moisture muncher. Be warned, it's as thirsty as a tourist in the Sahara. Following up with a deep conditioner is a must unless you fancy a hairstyle that resembles a haystack. So who's it for? Well, it's perfect for those who wake up, look in the mirror and think, my scalp could really use a good scrub. If your head's oil production could rival that of a small OPEC country, or if you're in the business of growing zits, this might just be your new best friend. Remember, it's a bit like a desert wind, effective but drying, so make sure you pair it with a conditioner that's the equivalent of an oasis in this dry desert. The next one is my recommendation for the best for oily thin hair, and this is the Ouai Fine Hair Shampoo. So this is for those who have hair so fine and oily it could work as an undercover agent. It's the shampoo equivalent of a tightrope walker, really, balancing the act between stripping away oil and singing sweet lullabies to your delicate strands. Key features: moisture, but make it light, infused with biotin and chia seed oil. It's like a hydrating mist on a hot day. It's there, but not too much. Clean without the mean, it boasts strong sulfate-free surfactants. Think of it as the gentle giant in your bathroom, tough on oil, but soft on your hair. Also volumizing, maybe, maybe not. Some users wish it turned the volume up a bit more on their hair. It's more like background music though than a rock concert when it comes to pumping your hair's body up. So who's it for? Well, if your hair is so fine it could slip through a comb and so oily it could start its own fast food chain, this shampoo might just be your holy grail. It's especially great for those who style their hair as often as they check their phone. The hydrolyzed keratin is like a knight in shining armor, repairing those battle-worn strands. Just don't expect miraculous volume. It's more of a subtle lift than a space shuttle launch. The next one on the list is my recommendation for the best soothing option, and this is the Aveeno Apple Cider Vinegar Sulfate-Free Shampoo. So moving on to something that sounds more like a breakfast option than a hair care product, imagine this: a shampoo bottle that smells like a health food store and promises to turn your oily hair situation from greasy spoon diner to gourmet salon. Some of the key features: scalp soother extraordinaire. Colloidal oatmeal isn't just for baths anymore, it's like a zen garden for your scalp, soothing irritation with the finesse of a monk. Fragrance fiesta. There's a bit of fragrance in here which might make sensitive scalps throw a bit of a tantrum. It's like inviting a loud band to a quiet party. Not everyone's gonna love it. And oily hair? What oily hair? This shampoo dives into your hair like a superhero breaking down the oil faster than you can say apple cider vinegar. So who's it for? Well, if your scalp is throwing a hissy fit and your hair is slicker than a used car salesman, this shampoo could be your new best mate. It's great for those who want to join the apple cider vinegar fan club but don't fancy smelling like a salad. Just a heads up for the fragrance sensitive folk, you might want to sniff before you suds. It's like a soothing lullaby for your hair but with a bit of a rock and roll twist. The next one is my recommendation for the best for oily roots and dry ends, and this is the Nessa the shampoo. So the solution to the old age riddle: how do you treat oily roots and dry ends without turning your head into a science experiment? Well, this shampoo is like the diplomatic ambassador between your greasy scalp and parched ends, brokering a peace deal in the land of hair care. Some of the key features: lightweight moisturizer magician, packed with ingredients like hyaluronic acid, aloe vera, and niacinamide. It's like a featherlight hydration cloak for your hair. Also, oily scalp's half solution. For those with oil production rivaling a small deep fryer, this shampoo is more of a sidekick. You might need to call in a clarifying shampoo as the superhero. No heavy lifting as well. It promises to hydrate without making your hair feel like it's carrying extra baggage. Think of it as hydration on a diet. So who's this one for? Well, it's for anyone who's ever looked at their hair and thought, could we maybe not be two completely different ecosystems? If you're balancing oilier than a pizza roots and drier than a desert ends, give this one a whirl. It's especially great if you often color treat your hair and then spend days wondering why your hair feels like it's having an identity crisis. Just remember, if your scalp is oilier than a teenager's T-zone, you might need a tag team approach with a clarifying friend. The next one is my recommendation for the best drugstore option. This is the L'Oreal Paris Elvive Extraordinary Clay Shampoo. So this is one for those of us whose scalps think they're in the oil production business. It's like a mop for oily hair, but instead of a boring old mop, it's a fancy high-tech oil-absorbing wonder. Some of the key features: kaolin clay power. This shampoo brings kaolin clay into the mix, absorbing oil like a super absorbent sponge at a spillage party. Fragrance fiesta, again, it's got fragrance, so if your scalp is more sensitive than a reality TV star on social media, do proceed with caution. And salicylic acid superhero. With salicylic acid doing its exfoliating dance, it's like sending a tiny army to break down and evict your dead skin cells and flakes. So who's this one for? Well, this shampoo is a match made in heaven for anyone whose scalp seems to be auditioning for a role in Grease. If you've ever used a facial mask and thought, I wish my hair could feel this refreshed, this might just be your bottle of dreams. It's great for those seeking a budget-friendly solution to their oily woes. Just remember, the fragrance in this shampoo might not be everyone's cup of tea, especially if your scalp is the sensitive type, but for the price of a fancy coffee, it's worth giving your hair that just left the salon feel, minus the salon gossip. Alright, so those are my recommendations there. Hopefully there's something on that list for you. I've tried to include some variety, but if you do have any questions, drop them down below. And if you found value in this video, it really helps if you drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.